Pam Powell, Real Talk with Chuck and Pam, sitting next to my partner, Chuck Koplinski. We're going to talk about the movie, The Lost Daughter. It's a film adaptation from the book. Maggie Gyllenhaal makes her directorial debut with this film, starring Olivia Colman as Lita. Lita is a middle-aged woman who has a lot of dark secrets in her past. We don't know a lot about what's happening with her until she is on vacation in Greece, and this peaceful, idyllic area is infiltrated by this very obnoxious, large family. We find out a little bit more about Lita's past as we flash back in time and we see the young Lita, played by Jessie Buckley. She's a mother of two, and there are definitely some issues going on between she and her daughters, as well as her husband, and issues primarily having to do with the difficulties of being a mother. A lot of these things are very dark secrets that we don't want to know about or admit to. As mothers ourselves, it's not an easy watch. This film, as I said before, is directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal, and she does a beautiful job of taking us to inside of Lita's mind and experiencing her emotions, both in the young version and the older version. Unfortunately, I think it gets bogged down a little bit by trying to be too artistic, and we lose a little bit of momentum. If you can get past that, I think this really speaks to the difficulties of being a mother. Olivia Colman, of course, does an extraordinary job, as does Jessie Buckley. Chuck, we had talked a little bit about this. I think this speaks more to me than it does to you, although you're a dad, so tell me what you're thinking.
It did definitely speak more to you than me. It's funny you say it talks about the dark side of what you think of as a parent and things of that nature. And that was another problem I had with the movie. There's not one scene in which we see that it's good to be a parent.
Right.
And we know that it is, a roller coaster ride. There are good moments, there are bad moments, it's just the way it is. And we don't see any of that. And I thought it was a bit pretentious at times too. I mean, as a man, I guess I could not appreciate the angle with which the story was told. I know that you looked at it from a different lens and took more away from it than I did. As an outside observer, I thought it was just a little bit slow. I did like how it ended. I mean, I liked how the background, once we find out about Lita and what really makes her tick or doesn't make her tick.
Right.
And you and I, we've talked about the ending. I still have some questions about that and some definite opinions. So I'm on the fence on this one. I mean, it's a well-made film, no question about it. But just didn't quite get there for me.
Parenthood really seems to be a theme this year. We have another movie, Come On, Come On, that I really enjoyed by Mike Mills. Again, another look at parenthood, especially motherhood, but showing some of the positives with that as well.
And she seemed to me to be, Gabby Hoffman, great job in Come On, Come On. She seemed to be more of a realistic mom. And then, of course, my favorite mom movie of the year, Lamb. If you haven't seen Lamb, I cannot recommend it highly enough, especially if you're drinking. It is that kind of movie.
You must drink,
and you must drink, and I mean, it is a different look on motherhood and fatherhood. Completely.
And if you want to really get an insight into how Chuck's brain works, watch Lamb, and then you'll completely understand him.
Check back with us next time. We're going to be taking a look at The Tragedy of Macbeth, one of the great famous marriages in all of literature.